Now that is a beautiful sight. But you know what? Let's start at the beginning. So the base of this design was to make a drain valve slash nuke powered SSTO. One that would be really light, have a lot of wingspan, and be able to lift off early. But it had a little trouble with the liftoff because it slid to the side when it dropped it in, but that's neither here nor there. We made our liftoff. So this one has a lot of intakes. It is using 4 per side, so it powers all of these drains. That is so we can get higher into the atmosphere. We're trying to get into the 30,000 range, so that way we have as little drag going on as possible, so we can switch over to our nukes. So that being said, it performed absolutely beautifully up in the higher atmosphere, and I was able to continue to push it until it absolutely just conked out and left me with no more. But by that time, we had already gotten to the range where we could switch over to the nukes, and it was quite simple to do. This is using only, there's no tanks, just the wings have the fuel in them to try to balance it out a little bit. And it was just supposed to go to orbit. But you know what? I had enough fuel, so I decided, what the heck, we're going to the moon. So made a little intercept so we could take a close route to the moon and do some investigations. Not quite a landing because we don't have the fuel for that, but we could do a nice beautiful flyby. As you can see here, that's beautiful, and that's beautiful. And these are some of my favorite shots. And I was just supposed to fly around it, but I decided, you know what, we're going to go for that orbit. We have the fuel left for this. So went ahead and did that so we can get a nice little view here. And that is so cool. But it's time to go back home. So went ahead and mapped out a course to take me for a direct shot in and skip in the atmosphere because we're going to want to slow down because we just have enough fuel to do this. So we're going to do a little skip, a pancake, and we're gonna have to float back out and come back around probably once or twice. I had calculated in my head, but it ended up just being 2 passes. So this is the first pass, and I had to flare it up because my speeds were way too high. So up in a flip we go, and then we come back down into the atmosphere. And this should be, well, I shouldn't say should, I know now it was the only second one I would need. I wouldn't need a second one, thereby being a third. But anyhow, I was able to use that to get my speeds down to a more tolerable speed. And then I just need to pancake maneuver to get my craft to come in at the right continent. Of course, I angled that slightly wrong, so we're coming off a bit down south of the KSC, but that's okay. This here was not okay. This here was panic. A lot of panic because it lost some stability because we burned all of our fuel. Realistically, I probably should have kept some fuel in there and then pumped it off to the front, and this would have been taken care of, but I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to burn off all my fuel so that way I wouldn't have anything to bring back and to slow myself down a little bit. So here I had to count on the drains to actually stabilize the craft and get my speed back up until I had enough atmosphere under my wings so that it would take back over. And did it work? Of course it worked. This craft is actually really stable. It's just off balance right now. So all in all, the design actually worked really well. It surprised even me. It was just supposed to go to orbit to launch small satellites, but it actually was able to go all the way around to the moon, which was great. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, drop me in a like, drop me in the comment, let me know what you think, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video. For now, this is your boy Jatois, And I am out of here. Peace.